Rob, it's been a hectic last few days really in the wake of the York game on New Year's Day in terms of injuries, outgoings, all sorts really. So I mean, just to kind of cover all bases, starting with Stephen Wern, obviously going to MK on a permanent deal. Obviously for yourselves and for the fans as well, a disappointing or frustrating one in the sense that obviously a player of his qualities leaving the club, but at the same time I suppose you can't really stand in his way of returning to the Football League and getting another shot at things.
Yeah, we're obviously Wernie's release clause was met, so he's going MK Dons, but we're obviously really pleased for him because his performances and the way he's played and everything he's done, so exciting to watch. And I imagine there's lots of clubs out there watching him, and with Mike and Ian obviously knowing so much about him, it was probably a little bit inevitable that it was going to happen. However, I think the big thing for me is that we're just going to miss Wernie every day because he's just such an amazing human being. Obviously the way on the football pitch, I think everyone knows what an outstanding talent he is and how exciting he is to watch, and we're just grateful that we had him for so long and that we was able to help him on his journey. And you never say never in football, so hopefully the chapter isn't completely closed, but obviously I'm for one personally really excited to see where he's what his future holds, because I think he's just going to keep going up and up with his character, his ability, and obviously where he's going now, he's going to go into another fantastic club with obviously two very good coaches who we all know very well. So can't speak any highly enough. And I know it wasn't an easy decision for him as well, which says a lot considering what I'd imagine is a fantastic opportunity for him. So he just leaves with our best wishes and all our love, and that's all we can say. I can't speak highly enough about him.
And not a permanent outgoing, but obviously someone you've had on loan from Barnsley in Kyron Lofthouse, going back to his parent club. I mean, I imagined, given the way he was performing, you would have liked to keep him for the rest of the season, no doubt. But again, if he does end up going out on loan to a higher level, it's something that I suppose at the end of the day you want to see players progress, although unfortunately not here for the rest of the season.
Yeah, unfortunately it's that don't fall in love with a lone player, isn't it? But look, I think when Lofty come in, the opportunity to sign him was something that we just couldn't turn down. And I'll be honest with you, that when I was watching him, I really liked him, and I thought this is a lad that's got a lot of potential and can add something special to the group. And I think he's took that and he's just gone to another level. And again, just similar to Wernie, it was just such a pleasure to watch him play. The effect he had on the group, the way he brought into us as a club, and just another human being that I'm going to miss seeing every day, which is the most important thing. And it's the one thing that we pride ourselves on here, is we always try and develop the person first. And the one thing I can say to Lofty is, he never once felt like he was a player coming in on loan. He bought into everything we did, and I thought probably the one thing I can say, as a club, the fans, the coaches that have worked with him over the period, we probably shown Lofty in a light that shows his full potential. And I think from now, again, similar to Wernie, but I'm really excited to see Lofty's career path. I think he's just going to go up and up and up and keep going, and hopefully he does and he continues, because not only is he a fantastic lad, but I don't think he's even tapped into 50% of his potential, and I think he's starting to believe in himself even more, and I think he's realised how much he got to give on the football pitch. But yeah, overall, again, similar story, similar message, just going to miss the person because he was such a top lad. We've done what we can do as a club. We've brought him in, we've developed him, we've helped him, he's helped us, and we wish him all the best. And obviously we'll keep an eye out for him. And like you said, you never say never in football, because it's a strange thing, but no, it's a testament to him, us, Barnsley, everyone, that it's been such a successful spell. And as sad as we are to see him go, we just have to appreciate it and move forward.
Another in terms of the loan outgoings in that Archie, obviously being recalled by Norwich to send him again out to a higher level. Obviously Morecambe, where he's ended up for the rest of the season now. But I mean, again, obviously you mentioned Lofty and Wernie being key sort of figures in the side. Obviously goalkeepers, something that has kind of emerged over recent seasons as quite a a pivotal sort of figure in the style that you play and everything. And Archie, again, someone who fitted pretty seamlessly into that.
Yeah, Archie, I love Archie. I mean, I'm saying the same thing about these lads, but that's what we recruit on. We just want good lads in, and obviously the football side of it, we can all see Archie, how good he is, how brilliant he's been for us this season. You know, some of the saves he's made, his development, playing every week. Again, it's just a testament to the lads, it's a testament to the club, to everyone, the fans, the players, that the lads that do come in on loan, they don't feel like loan players, they feel like lads who want to come in, they buy in straight away. The group in the dressing room, the senior boys, they set a culture that's just, it's addictive, and it's something that makes you want to be here, and that's something that we'll never come away from. And Archie's going to have a fantastic career. He's got all the tools to be a top goalkeeper, he was just a joy to work with. In terms of the ball at his feet, is just a pleasure to watch. The bravery that he played with in terms of receiving the ball under pressure and carrying out instruction in terms of the way he wanted to play. He was a huge asset to us, and ultimately it's a testament to us as a club. Every single person at the club, from the fans all the way through to the board, to the chairman, it's a testament that we're able to bring these young lads in, giving them environment to play. Develop as people, develop as footballers, and then ultimately we want to keep them here, but you can't keep hold of everyone forever. But the fact they're going on to what is a high level and stepping up their progression in their career is again a testament to us, and will help us develop the next Archie, the next Lofty, the next Werney, and as frustrating as that is sometimes, because you want to be able to develop what we've got. We have to be realistic sometimes in where we are in the pyramid, I suppose, and we have to just keep buying into the development, the culture, and the football, because sitting fifth in the league, rebuilding the squad. 12 months ago we was third, fourth bottom, rebuilding the squad. 12 months before that we was in the National League North. And you lose players, and you think it's the world's ending, then another one comes along and they buy into it and the culture. So we need to make sure we continue what we've been doing. We need to stay patient, need to understand that it's a rebuilding process, but obviously with Archie, Lofty and Werney, you just got to appreciate that we had them, and look back and smile and think of the memories, the goals, the saves, and wish them all the best.
And another sort of outgoing for you, obviously someone you had on loan in Billy Chadwick off Stockport. Obviously, them getting an offer of a permanent sort of transfer from York, it's kind of their prerogative, I suppose, to bring him back and then sell him to York, which I imagine there's maybe not a great deal you can do about that. But again, another one that you're sad to see go, because obviously he's been in the team a lot in recent weeks and performing well as well. Yeah, no, again, Billy is in the same. Again, I'm repeating myself here, but Billy's a fantastic lad. He started off, he come in injured and he struggled to get game time, but he stuck at it. He was extremely professional. He was brilliant around the place, and he was patient. And then when he got his opportunity, he took it. Obviously, the Dorking game being the standout with that fantastic hat trick. And from my point of view, I was really excited to see how we could develop him long term, at least for the rest of the season, because he would have been someone that could have been really able to help the team and develop, and obviously score lots of goals, but the overall playing pattern. But unfortunately, again, he's not our player, and Stockport obviously had a offer from York, which they felt was acceptable for him, and Billy felt was acceptable for him. We did obviously offer him a contract, and we did have something agreed with York, but ultimately, unfortunately, we weren't able to offer the levels that York were, and that's football, and that's where we are. And again, Billy leaves with our best wishes and love, because he's a fantastic lad. He's such a talented boy. He's gonna kick on and play at the highest levels. And we wished it would have been with us, but we have to accept that sometimes we weren't able to offer the things that whether it's financially, location, it's close to home and everything. We weren't able to offer that because of our circumstances. But again, you never say never in football. Things change, and but again, with Billy, all we can say is once he come in, when he took his opportunity, he was a pleasure to watch. He's got so much more development and exciting times ahead of him. And again, we wish him all the best, because he very much come in, didn't feel like he was on loan, felt like he bought into it. The lads absolutely loved him. I personally loved him to pieces. I thought, when he played, he brought something different to the team.
And yeah, it's disappointing. Like we'd love to have kept him. We did everything we could that's within our control, and just unfortunately we aren't able to, offer the sort of deals to clubs and to players that other bigger clubs in the league can with their budgets and their sort of statures or whatnot, whatever you want to call it. So again, it's one of them ones where we wish him all the best. He'll always be part of our family, and if he ever needs us, we'll always be here. And again, you never say never in football. Yeah, it's disappointing, but we just move on, and we try and regrow, and we stick to what we're good at. We try and find someone else who can come in and step in there and develop the players that are here and keep moving forward with it.
Yeah, and with another outgoing in terms of a permanent player that you had yourselves with Elliot Forbes deciding to pursue his future elsewhere. Obviously someone who's been here, I mean, he's probably one of the longest serving players really. He's been here sort of 5.5 years in a professional sense. Obviously came through the academy system as well. He's been on loan in recent times. Obviously had a bit of bad luck with injuries and stuff like that as well, through not really a lot of fault of his own, which is unfortunate in that sense. But again, another person who's a big part of the changing room, and sad to see go, because as fans have seen, he's 100% got the ability to play in the National League as well. Yeah, 100%.
And Forbes, unfortunately, he's had a rotten 3 years previously to this season, and I had a chat with him. We did sort of offer him to stay, but ultimately it wasn't something that I don't think probably lined up with either us or him, in terms of the fact that he wants to play every week, and rightly so, because Forbes' mentality and his the ups and downs he's been through with his injuries the last couple of years, like the mental toughness that he showed, the resilience, and then now the sacrifice in terms of what he does in the gym and the way he's got himself into a condition to play every week at Blythe. Again, someone who's been a huge servant to the club, someone who has just been a massive influence around the place, and I'd call him a friend. He coaches my little boy. He's a fantastic coach. I'm sure we'll see him back here in another capacity, whether it's on the pitch or coaching. I genuinely believe he's going to be a top coach as well. But yeah, just a fantastic person, and we wish him all the best. And I think Forbes, he needs to go and play games and enjoy his football, because he needs to be able to be on the pitch for a full season and maybe longer, and playing. And obviously, with Fence and now Shawsey at Blythe, I think he's found a home where he's playing every week and he's comfortable. And yeah, as sad as we are to see him go, I think it's the right thing for Forbesy, and obviously we wish him all the best, goes without saying. And yeah, but he's a Gateshead lad, and I think he always will be.
Obviously, as you mentioned, sad to see all of those outgoings depart in the club, but as is the nature of football, it's I suppose going to happen sooner or later, with players leaving to part and new players coming in, of course. But with the sort of injury situation at the minute, which we'll get to sort of updates on the specific players in a moment. But how's the sort of hunt for, I suppose, replacements really going? Because it's no secret, I suppose, that we're kind of light on numbers at the moment.
Yeah, we are. It's no secret. We're in a very unfortunate position injury-wise, and yeah, losing 4 or 5 players in a day or two really doesn't help. No, but it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge that we're going to face head on. We've got to back ourselves to obviously use the talent we've got in this building, which has always been our strength. And we've got to look to go out and replace players and bring players in, bring players who want to come to a club and develop, and obviously understand that what we'll give them is that fantastic experience, that development, that mentality to want to play at the highest level, to come into the group, to understand the culture. And I think the proof's in the pudding. If you're a young, hungry player who wants to play in a team that possession-based, dominates the ball, wants to try and keep pushing forward, fighting above our means, then this is the perfect place. And I think the proof's in the pudding with the boys that have left, that have got on to play in higher levels, not just in this window but in previous ones. And that's the standards we want to set. That's the culture we want to have. We want people to come here, buy into the culture, buy into the group, to develop as people first, then players, and then obviously develop the team and take the team up with us. And I think this is a fantastic period for us as a club to regroup, to come together, to this is when it's most important. When things are going well, which it is in the league, and obviously a disappointing result on New Year's Day, but overall been a fantastic start to the season, or half a season. But you know, we're getting a bit of bad luck, things going against us, and that's where you have to come together. That's where your mentality has to be stronger. That's where you buy into it even more. That's where, you know, the fans have been fantastic. The away support, it's just got the numbers just going up and up and up, and it's been incredible. The home support as well, you know, backing the lads in difficult circumstances. It just has to all come together even more, which I'm completely confident it will. And we'll bring players in, and we'll develop them, and we've got to be patient in terms of getting used to the way we play. But again, it's exciting times. We'll hopefully see fresh faces. We'll hopefully see faces of players that have been injured that are coming back, and yeah, we'll have to just sort of take it one step at a time. And you know, I think the good thing is we're only going to get stronger after every day that goes on from now on. So, you know, whatever level we're at now, we're going to get stronger and stronger. And you know, maybe you won't see the fruition of that for a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months, but I think that's the confidence in this club that we have as a group of players and staff and everyone, is that, you know, we will aim to get better and better week in, week out, and we'll keep working hard and we'll keep sticking to our principles, and we know off the basis of that the results, the points, the performances will come. And
in terms of availability player-wise, really, someone who's coming back into the building after being out on loan with Elliot Forbes at Blythe is Lewis Knight. Of course, again, he's someone who's had pretty torrid luck really with injuries, again, not through his own fault. I mean, last season he got injured first week of pre-season, just putting a cross into the box. There's not really much you can do about stuff like that sometimes, but how's he looking on that kind of fitness front? Obviously he's been getting games here and there at Blythe. I think again he's sort of missed a few with little bits of niggles here and there as well. Yeah, no, like
Knighty's come back. He has been very, very unfortunate. You know, it's been a tough 18 months for Knighty. It's not gone how he'd want it to go. He's unfortunately coming back to us injured. Hopefully he should be back fit sort of start of February, end of January, start of February. And I think the challenge for us and for Knighty is how fit can we get him, how robust can we get him now he's back in the building with us. And I've thrown that gauntlet to him. You know, we've had a good chat. He's a great lad. You know, he wants to come and affect the team here. And you know, we need to help him get as fit as he possibly can. Knighty needs to get himself as fit as he possibly can, because of the situation we're in. You know, if he does get himself fit and robust, and we get him on the pitch, then he's going to be an asset for us. Obviously, it'd be ideal if he was available now, but look, he's not, and we can't control that. All we can do is, you know, support him in the best way we can. You know, Fraser Bell, since he's come in, has been absolutely top drawer with the lads in terms of helping them and developing them. All our injuries have been impact injuries, unfortunately, so we can't actually, there's not much you can do when you're getting players injured in tackles and collisions and whatnot. So hopefully with Knighty being back in the building now, we can build up his fitness, monitor him even more. He's a fantastic lad, you know, he's so desperate to do well. He's had such a torrid run of luck with his injuries that, you know, we need to draw a line under it now, move forward and get him as fit as possible, and hopefully, you know, get him on the pitch at Gateshead and you know, get him as fit as possible so he can affect it and help the squad and help the team, and also, you know, get him feeling good and playing football again.
In terms of on the back of New Year's Day, obviously, unfortunately, Ed went to hospital after a collision in that game. Even thankfully, not as bad as it could have been, given the nature of head injuries. Obviously, it can be pretty serious, but he's back home from hospital, I think Tuesday when he got back, but as well, given the nature of that head injury, he's going to be out of action for a little while as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's going to be out for quite a period of time. He's going to need we're just waiting for. I think he's going to need an operation just to correct the fracture and make sure that it's safe going forward. So we're just waiting on that. So yeah, look, the first and most important thing is that Ed's safe. He's safe. He's sound. He's home. He's not got any long-term issues or damage, which was the initial worry. It's not very nice, and I'll be honest with you, I was quite upset after the game. I was very upset after the game when at home for Ed, because it's not nice to see like your vice captain, someone who epitomises us as a club so well, sustain such a serious injury. But you know, touch wood, thank God he's okay, and now all we need to do is just give him all the love and support and get round him, and you know, make sure that when he's back on the pitch and he's enjoying himself, and he's keep moving forward, because he's been nothing short of exceptional in every department for us. So Ed's going to be out for probably a couple of months, I'd imagine. But obviously with a head injury and fractures, we need to make sure that when he is back, it's completely safe and right. And obviously, the medical team, Fraser, will take care of that and make sure that his safety comes first, and then we'll get him back on the pitch. But yeah, obviously I know everyone sent him so many wishes, and I know he's appreciative of that when I spoke to him. So yeah, just thanks to everyone in terms of the support he's received, and I think we can all say we can't wait to see him back in a Gateshead shirt on the middle of the pitch, doing what he does best.
Yeah, and as well on the longer term front, injury wise, of course, Greg Ollie and Robbie Tinkler have been out for a little while with their respective injuries. So how are the pair of them looking at the moment? Obviously Robbie was doing a little bit of running by the side of the pitch with Fraser and Connor at York on New Year's Day. Yeah,
no, he's good. Robbie's been able to run now. Obviously he's still restricted by the operation, so hopefully in a couple of months we might have Tinks back. Probably looking end of February, March. So again, yeah, not ideal, but it is what it is. It's football. Dislocated shoulder in the weirdest way, but Tinks has been exceptional for us. He found a new role in that sweeper position, and what's fantastic and frustrating is that we've got some seriously top players, some talented players, some of the best players at this level coming back into our squad. As frustrating that is now, going forward, it's only going to make us stronger. Greg is out of the brace and walking around. He looks really good. I think Greg's taken himself to another level this year in terms of his fitness, his strength, his performances. So obviously, again, quite a serious injury. Again, another impact injury in the tackle. But yeah, he's getting assessed in a week or two, and hopefully we'll know more about the time frame. But he's looking good, and fingers crossed we can look to see him back again. Probably another 2-3 months away. Hopefully sooner, but we'll have to wait and see to the specialist. Let the people who know what they're talking about let us know, and yeah, we'll get him back as quick as we possibly can.
Obviously, in terms of the injury side of things, obviously Tom Allen, Conor McBride and Joe Grayson have been out as well recently. So what's the picture looking like with those three? Yep,
Connor's back training, so he should be fine, which is good. He's been excellent. Just had an ongoing ankle issue which he rolled against Oldham, which has flared up a bit, but he's settled down now, so he should be back for Chesterfield. Joe unfortunately sustained a heavy concussion. He's absolutely fine in himself, but because of the protocols he can't now play until the Woking game, I believe, which, look, it's frustrating because he's fine. However, we have to respect that, and we have to sort of make sure we do everything we can to adhere to the health and safety, because ultimately the player's safety is the most important. But no, he's really good. He's showing no effects, and he feels absolutely fine. So he's doing work, non-contact work, so we'll be able to keep his fitness up. Tommy is probably another 6 weeks away from the Rochdale game. Tommy was someone that I think since I come in, his attitude and his application had been absolutely fantastic, and he was someone that I could see developing and pushing his way into the squad more, into the team. He's getting minutes, and yeah, he was fantastic against Rochdale until the injury. So probably another 6 weeks away with Tommy, another player that's sort of been unlucky with situation injuries, but we'll keep working with him. We'll get him fit and strong. He's a fantastic professional, and I know he'll be back to affect it, and I think we can see exciting things from Tommy when he comes back.
Obviously, you've not got a game on Saturday, so to be fair, probably a blessing in disguise in a way that you've got a little bit more preparation before the next time you are in action, which is next Wednesday, of course. So I suppose what's the kind of immediate schedule and things looking like before then?
Yeah, it's good. We're just monitoring training. It's lucky there's not a game Saturday, Jack, because you'd have seen me up front probably. So that is, and I'm not even joking, that's pretty much the situation we're at now. So it gives us an extra few days to get players in, get them across the line, get them up to speed a little bit more, gives us an extra couple of days of prep for Chesterfield. Monitoring a couple of players like Wheelo with his hamstring, Boots with his groins, because some of these lads put such a shift in for us every week, and we're always dealing with niggles and that, so we just need to make sure we monitor training to make sure players are available and able to be ready for games. But no, it is a blessing in disguise, I'm not going to lie. Obviously we only had 12 first team players on, and Bondi, so we only had 11 outfield players to choose from. On Saturday against York, obviously, it's probably going to look similar to Chesterfield as well. Hopefully, if we get the players in. But yeah, no, again, it's just a lot of hard work, a lot of making sure you're using contact, speaking to people. We obviously have a list of recruitment of players that we'd like to bring in. We've only been able to fast forward a couple of those and look for solutions in areas that we didn't think we'd have to. But look, it's going to be exciting times. We'll see some fresh faces. We'll also, don't forget that the majority of this squad is a group of players that have got us to this point, and although they're not on the pitch always because of injuries, when they're back and they're fit, then we still have a fantastic team, and I think it's been a really exciting season. I think the football's been fantastic. It's been free flowing, it's been attacking. and we still need to keep improving. You know, we still feel we've got a huge amount to improve on and can get better at, but you know, we're never ever going to come away from our principles, the way we play, the way we want to dominate games, and just keep learning, keep getting better. And yeah, I think the best thing for me is there's a group of people, players, the lads that are here, a couple of the lads that will come in that are just going to, you know, just keep pushing us forward and keep developing, and yeah, it's exciting times really.